Um, let's go ahead and get into the Young Hollywood Blast segment of the week. And let's just say it involves a redhead. Well, kinda, sorta.
Who's that?
Uh, Wendy's. You know, their logo is a redhead.
Yeah.
So, the story of the week is courtesy of www.newser.com. That's NEWSER. And their mantra, read less, no more. And this was published by Evan, who's a female. And the story is Wendy's gets first new logo in 30 years. Wendy's is unveiling a new logo for the first time in almost 3 decades. But don't worry, it still features the familiar redhead girl with the freckles and pigtails. The logo, which officially launched in March, is part of an attempt by the fast food chain to infuse new energy into its brain. The Columbus Dispatch reports, the plan started last year involves restaurant remodels and a refreshed menu. As long as they have the chicken nuggets, I'm still going. But that's as I continue here. The new logo features a slightly more contemporary Wendy's character. Not quite as childlike, says AP. And a softer script, it also removes the tagline, quality is our recipe, which will instead be featured more prominently on signs and packaging. What I'm about to do, I'm going to post the link in the chat room, and y'all get to see what the new Wendy's logo look like. It still has the redhead with the freckles and the pigtail. They're just making it look different. And this new logo will be seen on a Wendy's near you, most likely in March of 2013. It officially launched this March of next year. I guess what it all boils down to, Wendy's is not just a fast food chain, it's not just a restaurant, it's business. And sometimes, even through 3 decades, at some point you can't stick with the same logo forever. I mean, McDonald's still has the logo with the M and McDonald's at the bottom, and you still got other restaurants. They may have changed their logos, but Wendy's, man, it's hard to believe it's been 3 decades they've been going with the same logo, and they finally gonna change theirs. But sometimes you have to change, not necessarily change the what y'all are about, just tweak certain things. Now this is not a tweak, this is more of a change. The logo, you still got Wendy's, and you still got the redhead. Now remember, Wendy's was in charge by Dave Thomas. He passed away several years ago, and now Wendy's is in charge by his daughter, who I believe goes by the name of Wendy. So I love Wendy's. It's one of my favorite restaurants. There's a Wendy's right around the corner from where I live, and I go there maybe once every other week, and I definitely go there for their chicken nuggets, 99 cents. Some of the best chicken nuggets you'll ever eat in your life. But, you know, you got the changes for Wendy's that started last year. I'm guessing they'll have more food added to their menu, and obviously the restaurant, and it's not just the logo is going to be different, but inside of Wendy's most likely will be looking different as well. So I guess keep that in mind when you walk into a Wendy's restaurant starting March of next year. So yeah, Jeff,
Yeah.
you love redheads. What's your thoughts on the Wendy's redhead, if you don't mind me asking?
Which one? The picture or the real girl?
The picture.
I like the picture. I've always liked it. It's a redhead.
All
Now the real daughter. You've seen pictures of the real daughter, right?
Yeah.
She's actually redhead too, but she's nothing like the picture. The picture is actually the total opposite of what she is. The picture depicts her as a redhead, ponytail redhead, skinny ponytail redhead, right?
Yeah.
She's actually not a skinny ponytail redhead.
Well, that is true.
But that doesn't matter either. But that
Maybe-
doesn't matter
maybe-
either, whether she's fat or skinny. That doesn't matter. But
No.
that the cartoon picture does not
It doesn't
it's not
reflect
like
her.
the real one.
It doesn't reflect Wendy herself.
That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. Reflect.
Well, maybe that's what she looked like when she was younger. I
don't know.
I really don't know. But obviously, there's some things in certain business and companies are going to stay intact. But obviously, they wanted to make sure that the redhead with the freckles and the pigtails is still there. So you'll still see that when you go to a Wendy's store come March in 2013. I like Wendy's. It's one of my favorite restaurants, and I will continue to go there more. And that pretty much conclude our segment of the week, the Younge Hollywood Blast. Again, this is from the newser.com. Read less, more know. And the article is pretty much a paragraph, and you see the difference between the old logo and the new logo. And there you go. And you know what? Sean wants to know, how about McDonald's? I really don't see a lot of changes in McDonald's at this time. I guess they're not making any changes. They're definitely, I guess the big difference between McDonald's and Wendy's is that McDonald's, they still got that tune. That's not going to change. And speaking of redheads, if you notice in their commercials, there's a redhead who stars in the commercials. I don't know what her name is exactly, but it's certainly not Wendy's. That's for sure. But there's a redhead in that commercial. And now, I like all different kinds of women.
Wow.
But
Bases are loaded now.
I like she's a good looker. I'll give her that. I like the redhead as in the Wendy's commercials. And on that note,